What have y'all been working on specifically preparing for this week?
Obviously excited about a win. I thought the guys went out and made some good plays and protected well for the most part. And I think we definitely got some things we can improve on. But overall, excited about the win.
What sticks out on film about Arkansas State's defense? I know Utah State had a good front seven.
Yeah. Definitely starting off the season with a team like Utah State, who traditionally has had a top run defense in the country year in and year out, was definitely a challenge. And hopefully we'll be able to come out and obviously have a better outing. And Arkansas State, presents that same challenge. I mean, they have a very fast, aggressive defense. Some guys on the back end have played a lot of games together. So I mean, it's another challenge, obviously, for a young offense like we are to go out and every week is going to be a learning curve, and we hopefully we get better and we build off last week.
What did you see on film that you said some areas were improved? What did you see on film? Things that
I thought the guys ran hard. I think we fit the ball in the creases that were there. Broke some tackles, fight for extra yards. Very encouraged. By what those guys did. Obviously, we could always get better.
One of the old sayings in football, you make your most improvement from the first game, the second game. As a freshman come in, playing his first game, what are just some of those little things that Jalen could easily get better at?
Just everything. I mean, he's going to get better in front of 100,000 fans every week in this league. Obviously, proud of the way he took care of the football. Made guys miss in some tight inside zone runs. Had a really good run on the screen where he made a couple guys miss and got into the end zone. So every week Jalen's going to find new things to get better at. And we sat down and watched that film, and he's very motivated to come out and get better this week.
Coach Jones talked a little bit about after the screen pass, working some into the slot. I know you don't want to give too much away, probably, but just how much is he a kid you could put a lot of different stuff on?
He is. I mean, he's a smart kid. He's able to pick up on different things in offense, and obviously we don't want to put too much on him too fast, but he's definitely a guy that we can move around and do a lot of things with, and so is having a guy like Devin. We're constantly trying to find different ways to get him involved in the run game and also in the pass game. So it's a long season. We'll see how much he can take on, and if he can, we'll continue to expand his role.
With the changes that are coming at offensive line, with Gilliam being out, what does that do for your guys that are trying to still build that rhythm with the offensive line?
Coach Mo's done a good job of rotating a lot of offensive linemen. Obviously you hate when one guy goes down, a guy that's been working his butt off. You hate to see that happen, but we've had a lot of time to take reps in the run game and also the pass game with a lot of different combinations. So you have to be ready when the next guy's up to go in and play ball, and as a running back group, we have to maybe chip a little bit more, help a little bit more on the perimeter, and break a few tackles here and there. But that's our job. So obviously we hate when a guy goes down, but we have to play with whoever's in the game.
So anything you've seen from Arkansas State's defense on film that you think you can exploit in the running game?
They're great. I mean, anytime you play somebody, they line up, you put their hand in the dirt, they're going to be a good defense. I don't know about exploiting anything. We got to do what we do and not worry about what they do.
What did you see from Marlon on film? How do you feel he did Sunday?
Can get better. I don't think we don't have just a guy that's played a lot of reps here. I think Marlon's played, but he's never been a starter. So there's a lot of things he can improve on. Pass protection, running the ball. I thought, again, he had great ball security, but other than that, I mean, he still has a lot that he can improve on and get better from game 1 and 2.
Not a lot of long game. I think the longest game from scrimmage from the run was 9 yards. Is that a concern, or was it just kind of?
Oh yeah, I like not having to run over 6 yards.
It was 9.
That's always my goal.
9. But I mean, how much of a concern is that?
It's not a concern. We won the game, and at times in the game, you may rush for 300 yards in one game. Next game, you may have to rush for 7 and you win the game. Our ultimate goal is to win. And sometimes if it's running the ball a lot more than throwing the ball, then that's what we do. I've coached a long time, and not every game we've hadn't led the nation in rushing that week. But as long as we get a win, we protect the quarterback, and as long as we do the things that you guys really won't report, as long as we chip block, have great ball security, the things we do away from the ball are the main things I look at.
In terms of pass protection, how do you think that went?
Pretty good. Obviously, Worley was hit a couple times, and that's always a concern. We want to leave the game without any hits. But for the most part, I thought we did a really good job of identifying who to block. The technique, and once we got there, has to continue to improve. But I think overall, just to understand the protection and knowing who to block, I thought we did a good job game 1.
How's Charles Scott coming along with his his injury?
Good. Day by day. And the trainers are doing a really good job with him.
How good of a pass catcher is Jalen Hurd? Butch talked about that a little bit on Tuesday, I think.
Good enough. He can catch the ball. He's not an all-pro NFL receiver or anything, but he's a guy that can catch the ball out of the backfield.
How does it compare to other running backs you've had? Is it abnormal or just kind of running the mill?
He catches the ball well, and he catches the ball well out of the backfield, and if that's something he can continue to build on, we'll expand his role. But right now, I just want him to be able to take the handoff, take care of the ball, and pass protect.
Butch talked about Tuesday about being able to run the ball better, more than the 2.8 average. What did you go back and critique with your guys?
Exactly what Butch said.